Hi everybody, welcome to the show, and I've got the Action Man here, complete with his bow in his hand. Hello Action Man, how you going?
Yeah, pretty good.
Good, good. You got a few strings to pull today?
Yeah, pulling plenty strings.
There's going to be lots of those kind of things today. Hey Wayne, how you going?
I'm doing real well, and Action Man looks very comfortable with his bow in his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hope he's on target. And James, how you going?
Very good, Moose. There's quite a few stories on tonight's show which are quite interesting, so it should be a good one.
Yeah, and we're going to be showing you a bit about the archery, which is happening right here behind us, the State Indoor Archery Championships.
Where are we at?
We're at the
Midland Center for Archery and Basketball.
That's a lie.
Just kidding. That was a big lie. But we're in Midland right now, and no police people have picked us up.
Because this is also the home of the Swan City Mustangs,
That's
isn't it?
right. It's also the home of the Swan City Mustangs. And they
You
play
say
a
that
great-
again.
Swan City Mustangs. And it's a great facility. Actually, I've thrown up big numbers in this place, 25, 30 points in my playing day.
Yeah, before Wayne gets to...
Back when I was a lad.
you might wonder why his voice is that way, because Wayne's practicing. He's got his band getting together again, and he's going to be doing a lot of Jimmy Barnes songs. Is that right?
I'm like a bat out of hell. No, just
That's the other guy. All right, as we always say, let's get the balls and all rolling, and we're going to be showing you a bit about the archery here. Going to have a bit of a chat with some of the people, and Wayne actually went out and did a bit of a story. You want to tell them a bit about it?
Yes, I did a story on A-grade basketball on Thursday nights over at the YMCA in Morley, and it was good.
And you spoke to one young superstar coming up.
Yeah, I did. I'm going to let the film speak for itself, so Tony, look after us. And it's a young kid. He's from Brooklyn, New York. He's been over here for a bit, and he's just settling in. And here he was, a young guy, 14, 15, playing against A-grade competition with basically men anywhere from 20 to 43, like myself. And he was holding his own, so check it out. Yeah, I'm here with Soul Priority, and we're just talking to him after the game. We're going to get some names here. Your name still look like a Jab to me. How you doing, Jab?
How you doing? Not bad, yeah.
All right, now, Jab, you're the captain of the team, and we'll get to this little fella standing next to you in a minute. I think your name is John, isn't it?
That's right. That's right.
Anybody want to say hello to?
I want to say hi to my brother Josh and my brother's girlfriend Jackie, and my dad Martin. And my best friend Jared. And that's all.
All right, then. Don't leave yet. We're going to talk to you. Now, Jab, can you tell us a little bit about Soul Priority, how long you guys been together, and what's happening with you?
We've been together for a couple of seasons now. We originated from my friend's clothing store, so we're just representing, and just trying to keep a tight-knit team. But unfortunately tonight had a few injuries, and we'll lose a few guys before the game. One with sickness is in hospital. Damo, hope you get better if you see this.
Get better, Damo.
And hopefully next time we'll have a full squad.
Okay, then I see you picked up a young, scrapping young stud in John. John, can you give us your background in basketball?
I'm from New York, Brooklyn, New York.
Go Brooklyn, baby.
Yeah, keep it real. Yeah, so I moved here 3 years ago and just been playing basketball here. I play for Perth Redbacks, 16-1s, so I'm just trying to just do it. You know?
Okay, then now we were down there playing the other day with your older brother, and he was knocking you around, getting real physical with you. Has that helped your play? That's why you can deal with these older guys. Does that help?
I think it makes me stronger, maybe quicker, better player. So yeah, it's helped.
Okay, then now a question for you, Jab. How do you think the young fella acquitted himself tonight? I mean, we've got you on tape coming down, hitting a couple of threes. I'm sure that was an inspiration for younger players. How do you think he went tonight?
Little guy, it was awesome. Yeah, he did really good. I asked him before the game, can you play? He goes, yeah, I can play. All right, let's go, man. We need some players. We need someone who can play. He held his own. Took those big guys to school, that's what he did. And I hope they're watching this because he did.
Yeah, he did some Showtime moves there. He almost looked like me as a young kid, but that's another story. Now you guys, obviously, maybe you guys don't know who you're facing next week, but what areas do you think you guys can improve in?
Oh, well, fingers crossed we'll have the full team back, and then we'll just our teamwork comes back into it. The passing, just small mistakes, just all add up. And we just ran out of legs basically tonight, and I'm still trying to get over my hamstring injury.
Okay.
So fingers crossed we'll be full strength, and next week will be a different story. But basically the teamwork.
Okay, then. Well, thanks a lot. And it's good seeing you guys giving a chance to some of these young studs of Western Australia. And I'm sure you did very well there, John. And some of those moves, when you get a chance, you can play against me one-on-one and show me how you did that.
No doubt.
All right, then. Thanks a lot, guys, and good luck next week. I'm here with the winners of tonight's game, the A team. And I'm here talking to Chris DeLacy. How you doing, Chris?
Yeah, good, thanks. Yourself?
Good, mate. Now, you had a fantastic game tonight, and your whole team played well, winning by a staggering margin tonight. I saw you guys a couple weeks ago. You guys played really well. How long has this team been together?
We've had the team for about 2 seasons now, but we've got a few new additions this year, especially the 2 big men. You might have seen them out there.
Yeah.
Very intimidating, so I think the team's going to come together nicely.
Yeah, I mean, you guys seem to have all the pieces. You've got big men now, you've got guys that can score inside and outside, and you've got a great running game. Can you tell people at home a little bit about your background in basketball?
I suppose I mainly started when I moved down to Walpole about 7 years ago, and they had an A-grade competition there and played that for 2 seasons, then tried out for the SBL team, the Raiders, in Albany.
Okay. And how'd that go?
Yeah, at first it went pretty poorly. I was very, very raw, as they said, politely, but slowly came together with some good coaching, a lot of hard work, and started playing some good basketball. 3 seasons for there, so it was good.
All right, now I'm going to show you how good television is. Scotty, we're almost on the court, so we're going to walk up to the camera so we don't get run over. Now, Scotty, I know it's scary with me in front of the camera, but try to focus anyway. Are you focused now, Scotty? Give me a nod. Okay, that's good. Now, back to speaking to Chris on a victorious team. What is it like playing with these guys?
It's good. It's real good. I moved up here not even thinking I might get a game, but luckily they were short on players, and I've been really impressed with the guys. Great bunch of guys and good team play. Really encouraging.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed you guys ran the fast break tonight to perfection. Everybody was unselfish, giving up the basketball. Almost made me want to suit up. It looked so good. Now, you guys down the road, what teams do you feel are going to be really tough for you this season? And let's be honest.
I actually thought they were going to be very tough. Last year they beat us on 2 occasions by 1 point each time, and we managed to beat them by 1 point on another occasion. But I suppose, like I say, with the 2 big men, they make a huge difference out there. And like I said before, I'm just glad your team's not out there, because we'd definitely be struggling for form then.
Well, I'll tell you what now. I mean, they were missing a player that somehow Strangy had a phantom injury in the warm-up. This guy named Tyree, who, you know, can 360 dunk and really plays a heck of a basketball game. As you can see, their team seemed to be in a hole without him tonight. I'm sure you played against him before. And what do you think of his skills?
I think he's the connection. I think he's the man in the middle that should be there. They were definitely lacking him tonight.
All right, then. Well, look, Chris, thanks a lot. It was a pleasure watching you guys out there play, and wish you guys every success this season. Not that you're going to need any luck.
Thanks very much.
All right, thanks a lot, Wayne, and thanks to everybody over at the YMCA Morley Rec Center. They look after all the guys here with their gymnastics and all gymnasium stuff. And I'm having a chat with Keith now, who's the guy, the man of the moment, the guy in charge of all this. Hi, Keith. How are you?
Good morning.
Tell us a bit about your actual role and your title here.
Okay, I'm the president of the Archery Society for this current year. So I suppose, you know, I'm the overall one responsible for this little
mess. It's your fault, in other words. Tell us now archery, because we see we've done quite a few stories on archery. This is actually indoor archery. We've also spoke to the Benara Bowman and all that kind of stuff. Is there much difference, like in let's say the equipment or anything?
No, the equipment, everything stays exactly the same. This one's a indoor championships where the distances are 25 metres and 18 metres. You know, they're changing the target faces at the moment. We're outside. You take it out to 90 metres for the adults, and you know, can be reduced down in distance, you know, for the age grouping from there.
All right, now let me ask, in that case then, if they're shooting longer distances outside, you guys inside, is it to compensate you actually use smaller targets? Is that as well?
Yeah. If you're shooting outdoors, say at 90 metres, your target face is 1.22 metres. Now these ones they're putting up now, they're only 400 centimetre faces. So what you can shoot at say 50 or 60 metres, you should be shooting about the same sort of score on these ones now. They're greatly reduced. But when you bring the size of the target down, it seems to bring or improve your shooting ability as well. You know, when I do my practice, I'll shoot on these small faces, And then when you shoot on a big face, it makes it real easy.
Yeah, of course. Now, also too, being indoors, it's a great activity to get involved, especially this time of year with the winter and everything. Obviously, you're not affected by the wind as well, or the rain, or the sun glare, or anything like that. So, would you say it turns out to be maybe a little bit more even competition without those other aspects?
No, it's actually harder indoors.
Okay.
Because there is no wind. We shoot all year round, and we're in all weather. And most of the time, if we get a calm Saturday when we do the bulk of our shooting, it's remarkable and we make the most of it. But most of the time we're shooting in the wind. And so when you come in here with no wind and you're used to shooting in wind, this is hard. This is very hard. And of course you've got the pressure, it's colder, there's all sorts of things going against you inside. That you don't have outside. Outside you're free. If you miss the target, it's okay, so what, it goes from the ground. You miss the target in here, you just destroyed an arrow.
Yeah, now also the, let's say the lack of the elements and everything, does that make the arrow fly differently?
Not a great deal of difference. The temperature will make a little bit of difference to what they were, anyone who was say practicing yesterday outside. It was cold, it wasn't wet, but it was miserable. It was a little bit windy, but their sight settings they would have had yesterday would have been different to the sight settings they have today. They'd have to come in and re-sight today. They might have to shift their sights a mil or two. That's about all. But yeah, they would have made a difference because it was cold yesterday morning. As the day got warmer, the sight settings changed. The arrow got a little bit lighter and it flies better with the warmer weather than it does in the colder wintry weather.
Very interesting. Now also the people I see from young juniors, male, female, people of all ages, all sizes, whatever, who can get involved in archery?
Okay, anybody from basically 10 years old. I had a lady down at the club yesterday who was 75. Anywhere, 10 to there. You can walk, you can stand, you can pull a bow back, you can shoot, you can see, you can do archery. Actually, our director of shooting today is a wheelchair archer, so that's not a problem. As long as you can literally pull the bow back and you can see. We have one young lad in the club who has a shaking disability. He's worked out how to shoot his bow, so that's fine. But anybody who really wants to learn or find out more about the archery, we do have a website.
Okay, we'll get that off you, and also a phone number as well.
Well, probably the website's the easiest way. www.archerywa, which is all one word, .com.au.
Yeah.
Now that gives you everything about the Archery Society of WA, where we are, where all the clubs are, what times they shoot, what they charge, everything you need to know. And yeah, if they need to contact me, I'm there under the president.
Now, if someone wants to just come down and have a go, obviously they don't need to go out and, say, buy a bow and arrows and all that. You guys can help them out if they want to come and have a bit of a go?
Most clubs have some what we call high gear or loan gear, which most clubs will run a beginner's courses for 5, 6, 8, 10 weeks, depends on the particular club. And they'll give them, everything is supplied. Bows, arrows, the whole lot. It's all the safety gear. At the end of that time, then they've got to make a decision whether they enjoyed it and they want to buy their own gear and carry on, or say, no, that was great fun and walk away.
Yeah. Where do you guys meet? When do you meet? And are you spread all over, say, the metro area? Are you just mainly in one place, or what?
No, we are spread all over the metro area. The main shooting complex is out at Whiteman Park, the International Shooting Complex, not the fun side. Yeah. We're off Beachborough Road. In fact, we've just set up an archery park out there, which will be opening to the public on the 1st of September. Where people literally can come out and just have a go. They'll be taught by an instructor on how to shoot. We've got 3 practice butts they can practice on, and then there's a 10 target course they can follow on from there and have a great time. And then if they like that, then they can follow up and come down to club level and do it from there.
Good. Well, it's a lot of fun. It's a harmless sport. It's one of those things you can come down and have a good time. Get in touch with them on the web page and find out where it is, what's happening and all that kind of stuff. We're going to be wandering around, catching up with more. I believe they're about ready to get shooting again, Keith.
Yep. All right. Thank you very much.
No worries. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's go to a story that Action Man did. Let's go have a look.
Hello everyone, I'm the Action Man. While we're at Yanchep, I caught up with Nolene.
Yes. Yep.
And Graham.
Yep.
Right. Now, Nolene, what is it you do here at Yanchep?
Oh, I just do a lot of the fundraising functions and the canteen and all the behind-the-scenes sort of thing.
What sort of stuff does that involve?
Oh, quite a lot of, I don't know, buying everything booking things, yeah, all that sort of thing. Running around,
Organising mums.
organising mums and everything to help out.
So how long have you actually been at the Yanchep Club?
4 years. Yeah, 4 years now. Yeah.
Is it hard?
No, not really. No, it's busy, but it's not hard.
Do you need any helpers at all?
I always need helpers, yeah. Yeah, always.
Now, if someone is interested in giving you some help, is there any way they can get in contact with you?
They can just ring me at home, or they can ring Graham's, because he's the man. Shall I give him a phone number?
Yeah, go on, yeah.
9561 1676.
One more for the camera?
Pardon?
One more for the camera?
9561 1378.
Now let's talk to Graham. Walk over here. Now, what's your role at the club?
I'm the treasurer, I'm the coach coordinator, and I'm the first aid coordinator.
So what does your role actually entail?
Which one?
All three of them?
Treasurer, I collect all incoming money and pay all the bills. My coach coordinator's job gets all the coaches all the information that they need to coach from day to day.
Take care of that.
Yeah, I'll look after that. And my first aid role is I look after all the first aid supplies and make sure there's first aid people at every game that we have for our kids.
So how did you actually get involved in the roles?
The first aid role, I started off in a senior team. I started off doing a first aid course and just progressed from there. So I'm the trainer for the senior team as well. My coach coordinator's job came about because we were desperate for coaches, and I coached for a couple of years. And the treasurer, I just went to the treasurer's job from a president's job. I was the inaugural president for the junior club as well.
Now, how long have you been at the club for?
Since day one, 10 years ago. This is our 10th year, and I've been there the whole time, yeah.
So do you yourself have any kids that play, or?
Yeah, I have a son that plays. He plays in our 14s team. Next week he will be the first player to play 100 games for the junior footy league. He's been here since day one as well.
How did he get involved? Was it sort of a push in the right direction, or did he actually enjoy the sport as much as you do?
He was only 4 years old when we first started, so there was a group of mums got together with a whole heap of 4 and 5 year olds, and they decided to start something, and I just happened to be there and they picked me as president, and I've been here ever since.
Now, how do you think he plays?
He needs a little bit of a push every now and then, but he's doing all right. Yeah.
Now, if someone wanted to get involved with the club here, is there a number they could call?
There's numerous numbers they can call. Myself as coach coordinator on 956 11676. Or our president is 956 1807 8033.
Now, how many clubs are there in the league?
I think we have, in our North Suburban Junior Footy League, we have 16 clubs, ranging from 6 to 8 year olds in Auskick through to 17-year-olds.
Now, are there a lot of opportunities for kids in that level, as in to progress a lot higher to, let's say, Waffle, for instance?
Yeah, absolutely. We get a lot of support from the local clubs, West Perth, Subiaco and Claremont, for the clubs further down south. The Football Development Trust gives a lot of support. The West Australian Football Commission, and we have a lot of development squads for the North Suburban Junior Footy League, and yeah, everyone helps us a lot. Especially being smaller clubs, they really look after us pretty well.
Well, thanks for talking to us.
That was a great story there, actually, man. How'd you enjoy it?
It's pretty good talking to the people there, so...
Yeah. Now, I don't know about you, one thing I've noticed, I mean, for this show, you've had your head bald.
Yeah,
Moose has the mullet going. I've dyed mine blonde a couple of times. What do you think's missing?
There's only one thing missing. That's Wayne to grow his afro. Now, that's this week's challenge.
This week's challenge is for Wayne to grow an afro. So if anyone can email us and get in and show us some support, because I think the afro would look good on Wayne.
He said he's going to shave it once a week because it would grow huge.
Yeah,
so we want to see see that.
4
We wanna
weeks.
see how
4
big
weeks
he can
growth.
get, Yeah. I've shaved mine down. He can shave his out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we're thinking. So.
Great. What do you think about that, Wayne? How you going?
I think that's fantastic. But I think I would look really good in a mullet. Now, if you know anybody on our staff that has a mullet, Moose, or anybody else that has a mullet, please contact our barber. The number is 0055.
Or anyone who wants to see Wayne and his.
We're going to a break. That's enough of this stuff.
Welcome back from the break. And now I'm speaking to Barry Tilby. And Barry, how are you doing?
At the moment, fine. No complaints.
All right. Now, Barry, if you could tell us some of the various titles you held.
At the moment, I'm during this tournament, I'm the director of shooting of the tournament, and I'm also the General Secretary of the Archery Society of Western Australia.
Good on you. And speaking of being a director of shooting, there's a couple people on our staff that we'd probably like you to shoot as well, but that's another story. Now, how long have you been involved in the sport?
I've been involved in archery on and off for 27 years.
Okay, then, and what got you involved in it?
Basically, when I had an accident, it was the only sport that I could find that I could compete with able-bodied athletes on a, you can say, even keel.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been on and off since then, in between drinking bouts and all that sort of stuff.
Okay, then. I mean, it's a fairly exciting sport. I mean, precision-wise, what do you think makes a good archer?
I think a lot of it is mental attitude. It comes down to mental attitude. Just persistency. Yeah, and put up a bad shoot. It's going to happen. Yeah, you just go with it. You're going to have good days, bad days. It comes down to mental attitude.
Okay, then. Now, this particular association, I mean, can you tell us a little bit about this event today?
This is actually the Western Australian State Indoor Championships for juniors and seniors. It gives them a start off into the national championships, which is a criteria selection for state selection and Australian selection representation.
Okay, then. So basically, if people want to get to that next level, they have to really do well here. Is there judges involved, or how is it done?
Yes, we do have judges involved. If there's any equipment failure or line calls or anything like that, a judge is called by the archer to make a decision. If the archer's not happy, they call another judge over. The second judge makes the final decision. That's it.
Okay, now, to become a good archer, I mean, we're looking at time commitment, hours-wise. What do you think would be the basic amount that an archer would have to spend to develop himself to this level?
To this level, it's on state championships. We encourage everyone.
Like in a week, how many hours, or what would you have to do?
To be really good at it, probably 3 or 4 hours a day. To get to national selection, probably 5 or 6 hours a day. To get to Olympic level, probably 7 or 8 hours a day.
Okay, then, so it almost becomes like a full-time job, pretty much consumes you, really.
Yes, if you can get sponsorship into West Australian Institute of Sport or Australian Institute of Sport, it's a godsend.
Okay, excellent. Now, how many people would you say are involved in this particular event today?
Today is approximately 80 people involved shooting, but we also have a huge backup of probably 20 or 30 volunteers that are assisting.
Okay, then. And, you know, archery has always intrigued me because sometimes, you know, if you've got a few neighbors you need to sort out, basically archery is a good way. You know, you just go to the door and take them out. But, no, just kidding. It's a family show. Now, now, is there any sponsors you'd like to thank?
The main sponsor I would like to thank is the Department of Sport and Recreation, and yeah, all the affiliated clubs of the Archery Society of Western Australia, and a few other sponsors, JTS Archery, Black Stump Archery, Honeywell Archery. It is an internal Archery Society shoot, but it's without the Department of Sport and Recreation. We would not be able to put things on like this.
Oh, well, good on you. Now, is there a phone number if somebody wants to get involved?
Look, if anyone would like to get involved in the sport, I'm reachable at the Archery Centre on 9248 8585.
Okay, then. Well, look, Barry, thanks a lot. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and hope everything goes well today.
Thanks very much, Wayne. Good, thank you.
All right, then. Now we're going to go somewhere over the rainbow. Or we're going to the blue. Are my eyes blue? No. We're going to the blue light disco that James and I think the cameraman Scotty got off to some mischief over there.
Well, we're down here actually covering a blue light disco in Wanneroo. I'm speaking with Mark. How you going, mate?
Not too bad. Not too bad at all.
Yeah. And Carol?
Good, thanks.
And Les, how you going, mate?
James, good.
Awesome. Now, can you tell me a bit about your involvement with these things and what's coming up?
James, I'm the president of the Blue Light. Les is the vice president.
Yeah.
We're Wanneroo Blue Light. We're one of the biggest in the state. We're one of the best supported. What else do? We have anything up to 60 volunteers, and we're doing a special Blue Light on the 26th of July, on Friday the 26th of July, commencing at 6 p.m. in conjunction with 92.9. So it's something that hasn't been done before. It's going to be a live broadcast. Claire's going to be here from 92.9. She's going to be broadcasting live from upstairs. We'll go through from 6 p.m. right through to 9 p.m. We're going to have all sorts of competitions. We're going to have some dancers here, professional dancers. They've agreed to come along and do some Latin dancing, the ballroom dancing and that, because the kids really seem to enjoy that. We'll have rap competitions. We'll have some girls dancing up on the podium. We'll have the kids dancing up on the podium. It should be a good night. It should be a really good night, and hopefully you guys can come along and have a look. Other than that, there's not much more I can tell you.
And how often do these events happen?
All right, our normal event occurs on the first Saturday of every month at Heathridge, at Sale Terrace in Heathridge. That's where we are tonight. We have anywhere from 400 kids to 1,000 kids, depending on the night. We've had rap dancers down here, we've had ballet dancers here, we've had ballroom dancers. We've had all sorts of competitions, we've had door prizes of bikes and so on. On this event, on Friday the 26th, we hope to have a PlayStation 2 as a door prize. So when the kids come in, they'll be given a ticket, and on the ticket there's a number, and the number will be drawn perhaps by Claire. I'd say she'll probably do it. And the winner will be brought up onto radio and announce that they've won a PlayStation 2, which is not too bad at all.
It's always a good thing. And Claire, you're from the ambulance.
Carol.
It's Carol. Sorry, I got that one wrong, but anyway, I'll keep rolling. What's your involvement down here?
Basically, we're here to, if any incidents happen with the kids, we patch them up, send them off their way, and they're pretty safe.
And do you come to many of these events?
Yeah, I'm here every month.
And is it a volunteer thing?
Yes, it is voluntary. St John's, we're not paid.
And how long have you actually been involved in coming down doing these things?
A couple of years now.
And you actually enjoy it?
Yeah, I do actually. I like the music.
That's always good. And Les, what's your involvement here?
I'm the vice president of Wanneroo, and I've been involved with Wanneroo for 13 years, I suppose, 14 years. And just down here every first Saturday of every month, setting up, and around midnight closing down.
And how many years have you been doing that?
It's about 13 years now.
All right.
13, 14, I'm sort of lose track. It was back in the early 90s, before then I think.
Now there's a big event coming up. It's the Blue Light Games. Can you tell us a bit about that?
This is the one we're talking about in New Zealand.
Yes,
there's a international Blue Light conference held every year. This year it's in New Zealand, and what they're doing, they're aiming a competition for children, 11 to 13, and it's a youth festival, but they have a like a police confidence course or a which they put the kids through.
Yeah.
Should be great. We're sending a team from Wanneroo. There's, I believe, about 6 teams from WA.
Yeah, we've got. We're actually both on State Council, which is the governing body for Blue Light, and State Council, Blue Light State Council in Perth, was approached to send the kids along. Yeah. We advertised right across the state. There's over 70 Blue Lights in WA.
Really?
We got responses from Derby, Halls Creek. Midland are going to send a team from PCYC, so we associate ourselves with PCYC because it's a police-run event as well. There were a couple of other teams. In all, there are 6 teams that are going, and we're hoping that we're going to, WA, of course, we're going to come back with the trophy. So,
that's all good.
Other than that, Les touched on the fact that he's been here 13 years.
Yeah.
What's interesting about Wanneroo Blue Light is most of our volunteers have been here over 10.
Yeah.
We have anything up to 60 volunteers, and at least a third of those would be over 8 years.
Yeah.
Myself, I've been here I think 12, 13. Les has been here 13, perhaps 14.
Yeah.
We have another officer here, another gentleman, who's been here 15 years.
Wow.
We've got a really devoted committee, and we have magnificent support from St John's. Yeah. We have all sorts of support from different locations or different people.
Yeah.
Harvey Norman look after us. Harvey Norman's helping us out with the PlayStation. 92.9, this is the first time this has ever been done.
It's going to be huge.
It's going to be magnificent. 92.9 are going to come along. They're going to broadcast. They're excited about it. We are. We're advertising these posters here, and perhaps I could show that for your camera so you can see it. These will be everywhere. They're quite a colourful poster. That gives you the expertise that our people have. That was designed by us. One of the ladies here is pretty good on the computer. She designed it, put it together. We sent it through to 92.9, and they've approved it, made a few minor changes, but it's really going to be big, and I hope the kids that watch the program can get here, because we'll have anything up to 30 odd police officers here. We'll have as many as 60 volunteers. That's civilian volunteers. I forgot what else I was going to say. We push the no alcohol, no drugs, no smoking, so the kids won't be allowed to come in if they're intoxicated. They won't be allowed to smoke here or do anything along that line. If we think that they're under the influence of alcohol, we ask them to leave. We get their parents to come and collect them. It's fully supervised. The kids are safe here. They're welcome here. They enjoy themselves, and they enjoy the music, and that's what this is all about. That's what Wanneroo Blue Light's all about, to keep the kids safe and give them somewhere to go, and that's why we're doing things like this. We don't have to do this. None of our guys have to do this. It's not something that they get paid for. It's not something the officers get paid for. We come along because we're all volunteers. We want to see the kids go somewhere, somewhere safe, and that's exactly what this is about. 92.9 have exactly the same idea, and we've come together. I mean, I think we actually approached them, but they were excited about the idea, and so we're going to go ahead with it. So that's on Friday, the 26th of July, between 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. 92.9 will be broadcasting live from here, so the kids will be able to speak to Claire, and Mum and Dad can listen to them on the radio at home and check that they are actually at the Blue Light. So
make sure
they're here. But other than that, there's not a great deal more I can say, James. I hope you come along.
No worries, but how much is it going to cost to get in that night?
It's $5 to get in, and the age is between, I think we've limited it to 12, haven't we? 12 to 17.
Yeah, and what's the normal age? Is it always 12 to 17?
It's always 12 to 17, but I mean, if an 11-year-old comes along and Mum's happy for them to be here, we've got to be aware that we're going to that they are 11 and we need to keep an eye on them. But other than that, it's a safe disco. We look after our kids. We try, we're right on trouble if anything starts. And you put 1,000 kids together, you get some trouble, but we deal with it very quickly. And we've had a magnificent record over the years.
That's
I think
awesome.
We've been running 19 years now. We've been running 19 years, the longest running blue light in the state, the biggest blue light in the state, and probably the most successful. We have the best equipment. We've got $60,000 worth of lighting and sound. Our own truck to transport it around. We've got a new $8,000 projector, which throws all the latest VCDs. We have every song that's come out in the last 2 years we have on VCD.
Right.
So we have a video clip of it and we play it up on the wall, and that'll be available and people will be able to see that on the 26th.
Awesome. Just going back a step to the Blue Light Olympics that's coming up.
Yeah.
How do you go about raising money for things like that?
All right, we're holding sausage sizzles here at the Blue Light. Wanneroo Blue Light sponsor kids to go to various locations. We have done for a number of years. We have a not a scholarship but a program where we help pay for the education costs of kids going to school, where parents find that they can't afford it. I mean, not everybody qualifies and there's only a couple available. But along that line, Wanneroo will be supporting, Wanneroo Blue Light will be supporting the team going across. The sausage sizzle will contribute some of the money. Try to say that quickly. The sausage sizzle will contribute some of the money, but we're going to be fundraising over the next 2 months to try and get everything together.
Awesome.
The other teams, Halls Creek, Marble Bar is another one, Derby, not Broome, Derby. The kids up there, I've heard from their officers, they are really excited about this. There's some Aboriginal kids that are coming along. There's a number of police officers going, and it should be a really good day.
Awesome.
A week in New Zealand, what more can you ask for? It'll be exciting for the kids.
Yeah.
Exciting for the supervisors too.
Yeah. Now, Les, if anyone out there is watching the show and thinks they'd like to come down, is there a phone number they can call to get in contact with you?
Yes, they can contact. You can contact me. I'll give you my mobile number. It's 0414 88 1950.
Okay.
Nice, easy one to remember. And that's on all the time. That'll take a bit of pressure off you.
Yeah, the reason you're saying that is because I gave out my mobile last time we spoke, and I got a few crank calls. But I'll give you mine as well. It's 041 9495 903, and that likewise is on all the time. And aside from the crank calls, I'll answer any questions.
Well, thank you very much for your time tonight, guys. It's always a good thing. Youth is always saying there's nothing for them to do and stuff, and when you come out and see these kind of events, there's something at least once a month in your local area. So thanks a lot for putting it together, and hopefully it all goes well for you on the 26th of July.
All right, thank you, James. Just one other thing: if you can't get hold of either of us, Midland Police Station, ask for Senior Constable Chammings. You can get me there.
No worries.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Well, that was a great story, and if you're from the ages of 12 to 17, make sure you get down there on the 26th. It's going to be huge with 92.9 there. Pretty sure we'll be there. No, it's all good. Now I'm speaking with Alex. How you going, mate?
Good, thanks.
And Dave, how you doing?
Good, mate. Thank you.
Now, can you tell me about what you do for a living?
Well, I actually teach archery.
Okay.
We teach the high schools around town.
Yeah.
And on Saturday mornings at Guildford Primary, got young blokes like Alex come down, and I do one-on-one with them and teach them from 7 to 90, as we like to say.
So anyone has got no excuse?
Oh, no excuse whatsoever. They come down, enjoy themselves. We teach them the basic fundamentals of archery, and we have a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's the main thing in sport, really, isn't it?
Oh, very much so. If you don't have fun, don't do it.
Exactly.
It's,
Now, do you shoot yourself?
Oh yeah, I shoot myself, but not in competitions. I like to devote my attention to people like Alex. And
wouldn't that be a bit painful?
I think you should get a haircut and get a real job, Moose.
Yeah, he's like me. You could do with a couple of pounds less, But the main thing is fun,
Now, Alex, how long have you been training?
About a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what got you into it? Obviously, your dad.
Well, I just got into it, as most boys do, to projectile weapons about 2 years ago, and so I ended up getting a bow for a birthday, and that's started.
Tell me a bit about the gear you have here, anyway.
Okay, well, this is the bow actually here, and that's a stabilizer to stabilise the bow. This is a sight, a scope that magnifies it for me, and that's my arrow rest, which my arrow sits on.
Now, can you hold it up and just show how people how you'd fire it, like in competition?
Probably like that. I can't put an arrow to it.
No, that's all right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you might hit the cameraman. That's not a good thing.
Yeah, and I just hold it like that.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Awesome. Now, do you have any events coming up where you guys do the archery?
No, basically what it is just teaching and learning the basic fundamentals. And as they get better at it, we put them into competitions like we have, as I said, with Alex. And I've got a couple of up-and-coming ones that hopefully by the end of the year, and also we've got the junior titles next year in January. Alex obviously will be in it. And I've got a couple that, we'll see what happens.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, if anyone thinks, oh, great, I'd like to come down, because I mean, between the ages of 9 9 and 90. I mean, it's a big leap there. What is the number they can call to come down and see you and show them a bit of fun?
Right, come down 94403037.
One more time for the camera.
944037. Call, ask for Big Dave, or leave a message on the machine.
And what's the address of where it's at?
It's the Guildford Primary School at Guildford.
No worries. Too easy. Now, what's your goal with archery? What do you want to be? You want to win the Olympic Games, or?
Oh, yeah, I'd love to do that.
Yeah?
But, yeah.
At the moment, just have fun?
Yeah, just go as far as I can with it.
Awesome. Thank you very much for your time, guys. Pleasure talking to you.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Now, we're going to go to a break, so stay right with us after these short messages.
Welcome back from break, everyone. I'm the Action Man, of course, and I'm here with Keith. How are you today?
Good, thanks.
Now, what's your role here today?
I'm the state coach for the Archery Society of Western Australia, and mainly I'll be just looking at how some of the archers that I look after are shooting, and also looking at some of the younger archers as a talent identification situation, see what they need as far as help in their archery.
Now, as a state coach, what does your role involve?
Usually look after the things like the state team. They go through training sessions, make sure they're all following a good regime of practice, and keeping an eye on their scores and the build up towards their state team.
Now, you said you also were an Olympic coach. How hard is it to get to that level?
That's pretty high, a lot of hard work. You usually find most of the people in the Olympians have been shooting for 4, 6 or even 8 years, and they've gradually built up. And their regime of coaching is usually something to the effect of, or practice, is 300 or 400 arrows a day, which takes a considerable amount of time and effort, of course.
Now, how long did it take you to get to that level?
Well, like I said, about 4 years, even more. And so that's the way it goes, you know.
Now, your wife is and also an archer. How do you find she's doing nowadays?
Oh, quite well, actually. She's a specialist in barebow field archery, and she will be in the Australian team to shoot at the World Championships in Canberra in September.
Now, what's meant by barebow shooting?
Barebow shoots means she's got nothing on the bow except the bow and the arrows, no sights, nothing like that.
So what other different forms are there of archery besides barebow shooting?
Okay, there's the freestyle archers, which they have sights and stabilisers, and then there's the 2 different types of bows. There is the recurve bow, which is the one that she's shooting, and then there is the compound bow. The compound bow is the one that you see with the wheels and pulleys, and they have magnified sights and extra things, the release aid that they can use.
Now, out of all those different shooting styles, which one would you say would be the hardest to master, let's say?
That would be the Olympic freestyle, the recurve style, which is shot at the Olympic Games. It's a little bit more physical and takes a lot more training.
Now, if someone was interested in getting into archery, what form of archery would you say would be an easier one to learn, to pick up?
Well, most of them, the clubs around the place, teach the recurve archery, mainly because the access to the bows are better. They've got a wider range of bows to suit all different shapes and sizes of people, and whereas the compound bow is limited to certain bows to fit certain sizes of people.
Now, how long would it take, as in if someone just picked up a bow, for instance, how long would it take for someone to become somewhat proficient, would you think?
Well, the standard lessons that we have are usually about 4 weeks, and by that time the person, if they're coached well and the correct regime is followed, they should be able to join in with a club at the shorter distances after that particular time.
Are there many clubs around the metro area?
Yeah, we've got about 12 clubs in the metropolitan area, and 3 in the country.
Well, thanks for talking to us. Now, if someone wanted to get involved in archery, is there a number they could call?
I don't have the numbers off the top of my head because we've just changed it, but if they were to look up the Archery Society of Western Australia in the yellow pages or in the white pages, they would be able to contact the Archery Society, and that is now established at the Archery Shooting Complex in Whiteman Park.
Now Tony will probably have the little number scrolling across the screen. But thanks for talking to us, and let's see where we end
Well,
up.
we're down here in Callaroo speaking to a couple of guys from the Eureka Squares, and I got it right second time. I'm speaking with Phil. How you going, mate?
Yeah, very good, thanks, James. Yeah.
And Arthur, how are you, mate?
Pretty good.
Now, can you tell me about what tonight's actually about?
Well, I'll put you onto Arthur. It's his club, and he runs these shows pretty well. So,
Can you explain a bit about what tonight's actually all about?
Yeah, this was brought out like from England. It's a Christmas in July because we don't get a Christmas over here. I mean, unless you go down to the beach, and that's where your Christmas is. And so this is it. And so we have a Christmas in July. It's just a normal square dance, but we all get together and we all have a ball. And we really enjoy ourselves, what we do.
And how long have you actually been involved yourself?
About 7 years. Hang on, no, 1990 I got actually involved, but I've been calling for about 7 years.
And what got you started? What made you go do square dancing?
Well, I started, but then I had to give it away because I had to go to. I was out of work, and then I got a job, so I couldn't go at night time, because I was working nights. But eventually, we came back, and my wife wanted to learn, and I'd already done it before. And I said, "How would you like to go?" So she said, "Okay." So we got stuck in, and we really enjoy it.
Awesome.
It's not that so much. It's like if somebody told you had to go for a 10-kilometre run, you wouldn't be too impressed, would you?
Not very.
Now, if you told you that dancing, you do 10 kilometres a night with a smile on your face.
Yeah, like most sports, eh?
This is it. This is it. It's good, and you meet people. You meet people, real good people, real nice people. So there's no viciousness or meanness about it. Everybody's come here to have a ball, and that's exactly what they do.
So pretty much it's just a great social event where people can come down and meet other people.
very happy social occasion. If you look around the room, you'll see a lot of different badges from a lot of different clubs. We can dance 7 nights a week if you wish to, but most of the time you'll find a club on a Monday night, a club on a Tuesday night, and so on. We try not to clash.
To find a club in your local area?
Exactly right. And then tonight, everyone from all different clubs come along, converge on Eureka Squares, and we just have the greatest of nights. You know, that's what it's all about.
Now, also, like the clothing everyone wears here, where's that from? Is it from America, or?
We do. It is American, really, American style square dancing. We try to introduce as much casual wear as you like, you know, because there are some people that don't like it. But like a lot of activities, you'll find that to dress to the occasion, you know, we feel that it makes a bigger night of it. You know, if you all just come along in jeans and that, which we do occasionally, but a lot of the women are very handy. They love to make the clothes. These shirts are made by the women a lot of the time. The dresses that you see, the skirts, the petticoats, a lot of them come from America. But on the whole, it's a very happy, social, you know, type of event.
Now, also, which club are you with, and how long have you been involved yourself?
Well, the wife and myself, probably about 12 or 13 years. We were with a club that danced on a Tuesday night over in South Perth. We just moved to Cloverleaf Club in Wembley, the Joan Waters Centre, on a Monday night. Real happy crowd. We also go out socially a lot, you know, as a group. We go to the casino and things like that, you know. There's quite a few of our people have got caravans, they in caravan clubs, and they move around, you know, and so it's,
You're still enjoying it and loving it?
Wouldn't be without it, you know. It's just been such a big part of my life over the last few years. Just finished work, and to think of the people around me that have kept me going anyhow, you know, it wouldn't be without it, mate.
Now, are you the caller for your club, or what's your role there?
Unfortunately not, no. The caller from the Cloverleaf is the chap up on the stage. He's
waiting for us to hurry up and get off?
Probably 21 years he's been calling. He's been around a long time. A little Irishman, and puts a lot of his Irish humour into his calling. And yeah, we appreciate it. A lot of these guys around the hall, there's about 4 or 5 callers here this evening. Some fairly new at the game. Once they get involved, you'll find that they just want to keep going ahead. Later this year, we have a national convention down at Mandurah. We're hoping you blokes can come along. I don't know if you've been approached or not. And you'll see then probably 600 to 800, 1,000 people from all over the world. Actually, we can dance anywhere in the world. We can do the same moves wherever we go.
That's awesome. Now, if anyone wants to get involved with your particular club, is there a phone number they can call?
There is a phone number. I might have to get back to you.
It's coming up on the screen right about now, actually.
Okay, I'll give it you now. It's 9307 3274.
Yeah, that's for the Eureka Squares. One more time for the camera.
9307 3274.
Okay, now before I go, just want to ask you a bit about calling. Now, how long have you actually been the caller for your club?
For my club, from the original, I am the beginner, the starter of this club. We've been going for this is for 5 years now. And we're only a small club, but we getting a few people in gradually. This is
I mean, there's a lot of sports you can't do that.
That's right. That's what it's all about.
It's one of the best things. Yeah. And where did you go to actually learn about calling?
Where did I learn? I learned from Green Features, where that group come from over there. There was a lady called Prim, and they had an amateur callers night, so I went in the amateur callers and I won that. I went into the amateur callers for the whole of the Square Dance Society, and I won that. And they said, well, would you like to be called? So then I went and called for Gidget Gannup for 3 years.
You got a bit of experience.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome talking to you guys. Thanks a lot for your time. Now, is there any other events coming up that we can put out there for you?
Well, as I say, the national convention, that's a big one. I mean, you start about 4 years ahead of time, start organising it. To use one of your words, that will be awesome. Next year it's up in Caloundra in Queensland.
All right.
People from all over the world, right around the country, and callers from all around the country, So I think they're getting a little bit anxious. They want to get dancing.
No worries.
So, okay, James.
Thank you very much for your time. Pleasure speaking to you. And we'll see you again, fellas.
7 years.
Yeah, well, thanks to everyone there at the Square Dancing. James, you have a good time there?
Oh, yeah, it was great. It's a shame Action Man wasn't there, or even yourself, because I think you guys would have done really well.
Yeah, because I usually do Square Dancing. Hello to all my friends there. Just after I do my weightlifting. Anyway, there's been a lot of requests for a little less conversation, a little more action.
And
And
got to add my own spin on things,
action hand. Anyway, we want to thank everyone here at the Swan Park Sports and Leisure. They got a gymnasium. They got of course, a swimming pool. The basketball. We're home of the
Swan City Mustangs.
And of course, the archery they have here. Thanks to everyone here. Thanks to Karen Frankel, who did the handball. Didn't want to get on camera.
We got a few people that do handballs around here, but that's another story.
Yeah, his name is Wayne, and if you want to give him a call. Also, I want to say a big g'day to, I see a lot of people, and they say g'day, and I can't remember everybody's name, but big hello to Gwen and Joe Finnick, some good friends. So they watch, I think they're related to Jeff actually,
Finnick.
yes.
Okay, so I'm sure they pack a knockout punch as well.
Same as the Prime Minister of Malta, his surname is Finnick, for all those of you historians and people who need to know.
And just got his way there.
Well, Action Man's been known to be a bit finicky as well, so it all works out.
Yeah, so hello to everybody there. Finnick actually means rabbit in Maltese, by the way.
G'day.
Good.
That's all I got to say, really.
Okay, and Wayne, you got anything to say?
Yes, I do. God bless Australia.
Definitely.
And me. No, just kidding.
Well, at least the first part, anyway.
All right, good.
Action, you had a good time?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Could have learned to fire a bow, but other than that, yeah,
it was pretty good.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
I just want to do action. Yeah, it was pretty good.
I think he's been practicing singing with Wayne. Okay, well, thanks for watching. We're back next week. Don't forget this weekend, the 26th is the big...
Yep, there's a big blue light disco with 92.9. So it's in the Wanneroo there. So if anyone's from the age of 12 to 17, go down. It's good fun for you guys.
Yeah, tune in the morning to Zara, Troy, and Bernie, the crazy gang there, doing their thing.
We don't know anything about being crazy.
No, and also
finished right now.
Yeah, something else. There was something else really important. Oh, Father Brian's crisis care. Don't forget, it is winter. It's getting colder. You find you got too many jackets or blankets or even some food, whatever. Give them a call. Father Brian's crisis care. They do a great job and help them out. Anyway, everyone, thanks for watching the show. We're back again next Monday night. This show will be repeated Saturday at 4. If you've missed out or you just need another dose of wine, you can do so. I don't know what the keys mean. Anyway, thanks for watching. The name of the show is Ball. See you next week.
Balls would like to thank the following.